Hi, I'm Clayton Stevens. I play guitar in Touché Amoré.
I'm Nick Steinhardt. I play guitar in Touché Amoré. The name of the preset is the name of our band, Touché Amoré. We couldn't come up with something better more clever on the spot, but it's pretty much what we use. It's like, a lot of clean headroom. I think it's modeled after a twin, and some form of a clean boost, light overdrive, so that it's more dynamic with your playing. If you're playing soft, it's just got a little bit more emphasis on it, but if you dig in, it gets a little dirtier. We've got a reverb, like a spring reverb on there, and kind of an analog, organic sounding delay, and a little bit of chorus for kind of some modulation on the reverb. But still everything's real clean and articulate and nice sounding.
I think the reverbs on here are extremely usable. They're plug and play. Like, you don't have to mess around with it. They're very standard, good sounding reverbs that you would be able to dial in on any amp, really, that has built-in reverb.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like there's a really high learning curve either. You can play around a bit without having to, be a scientist.
I'm very impressed with how close the twin sounds on these Mustang amps, because usually what I like is that sweet spot before the tubes start to break up, and with this I feel like the addition of being able to put like a little boost pedal or a little bit of reverb, these sort of things, you can get a pretty close emulation of that sound. With this, especially the ability to put in the effects and make an effects chain, you can advance a lot further with coming up with ideas and stuff like that.
You can try things out without having to go buy a full set of stuff at the store. I mean, I grew up on bands like Rage Against the Machine, and I'd always try and, emulate kind of sounds that they were making, but that's expensive. You have to buy 5 or 6 kind of pricey pedals, and you don't know if you really like them. You could try them at the guitar store, and it's not the same as playing at home in your bedroom. So, I had 2 little Squier practice amps growing up, and I bought a stereo delay so that I could try and make these different sounds and separate them that way. But, this has so much room for experimentation, especially like if I was younger, having these tools would be amazing.
Yeah, I think experimentation is how you create, so it's not just like, yeah, you're inspired by something, you want to emulate it, and then you kind of come across your own thing, and that's a lot of what creating ends up being, is some form of that. It would be a huge inspiration when you're starting out, especially, to be able to mess with all these different effects. If you like what you hear from a certain band, like for instance our preset that we made here, you can just go directly onto the Fender tone app and search up the name, the preset comes up, you can start with that, and then you can dig into all the different effects, add your own things to it, and I think that's a really cool feature of this thing. If you want to check out our preset, you can download it for free on the Fender tone app.